come up with a, I would say, so far a fairly acceptable.
So are there any specific apps that you are using for specific in specific areas?
Yeah, so this was a very, let's say, we start off with a very simple way where we're saying that, because we want to be very sure of the model and this, we have the specific model identity available with all these people. And we have some standard field codes, which is a normal thing. So anytime a vehicle comes, he just has to select the vehicle number and what problem or what fault codes he has, and it just immediately we are able to sense it sitting to the product or the sales or the marketing or the service guys, both at the distributorship and at headquarters.
So can I add to that? I mean, we had very interesting, that was a very interesting perspective. And talking about how mobility has reached to the masses and how it is reaching even to the younger generation is really interesting. So imagine a bank today, and these are the problem statements that a bank gives us. Now they are not struggling with the existing customer base that they have. Okay, they already have a huge customer base. They have done all their mobile strategies and everything in place. Now who do they want to target? Can you imagine? They want to target the kids who are in the age group of 9 to 14. Okay, imagine a bank wanting to target that customer base and saying, why do I want to target that? Is because these people are the ones who are playing games on their mobile devices. So each of these kids has a tablet with which he plays a Angry Bird game or something like that. He has an Xbox he plays with. Now how do I actually leverage that mobility and convert it into my business? So they are actually deploying games to these kids in terms of banking and saying, yeah, this is how you should actually, not this is how you should bank, but saying this is how savings are done, this is what a cost is, this is what an expense is. And the edge that mobility is giving is, with the high-end devices, you can take a photo, you can do tap banking, you can do digital banking, brag about it on the Facebook, and you have 10 more kids coming in and joining the bank.
Sure, Tejal, tell me, I mean, that's all fine. But looking at, the area that you are in, what makes mobile apps that very different from a risk and security perspective as compared to a traditional system, a traditional application in a typical client server environment? What is so different architecturally and technologically that exposes data and the overall scenario to a greater level of risk in a mobile environment?
So there are both pros and cons to it, what we call as native apps and what we call as web apps. So the same solution is available on your mobile device as an app. You can interface with it, you can pass data with it. Now when it comes to data security, you can do encryption, that remains the same. What other edge a mobile device has is where it can leverage the biometrics security that you generally can't do with other channels in place. So you could have, there are technologies, so you can use WebRTC where you could do retina scanning, you could do voice scanning, you could, I mean there are tons of ways in which you can do analytics to find that there is no fraud in place. And these all are available now with the high-end devices. So the location-based service can tell you whether you are the right person who's going to get interacted with the particular service provider. Or it could be the camera on the device, or it could be your voice biometrics. So these are some of the latest technologies that even device manufacturers are going towards, which the traditional
so from a
ones
device perspective,